I'm showing you our beautiful jewel of 18th Street. We're now done! And it's super exciting. So what we've done is we rebuilt the third floor facade entirely. All new windows, repointing, repainting, new door to match the historical door that we had. And then we now have 5 beautiful apartments. So come take a look.
Not yet.
What do you mean no?
Edwin, he said he's gonna start cleaning right now.
Okay.
I haven't told us to come get it.
We're doing a video. How dirty is it? You guys. The shit that pisses me off. Oh, this is so ugly. We have this for code. People calm down. It's also like, how tiny can you be? Like, you can't fit any furniture. Like, skinny people only sofas, which don't exist. So, we're on the 2nd floor. I'm a little nervous to show you because there's supposed to be no dust, but we shall see. Hola, ¿puedo? Sí, okay, gracias. Okay, muchísimas gracias, Edwin. Okay, this is our 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom unit. It faces 18th Street. We've got a beautiful bay window here. You know, you've got the tennis courts, al fresco, shout out. This place was uninhabitable when we got it. The joists were all falling apart, so we literally redid the entire structure. All new plumbing, all new electrical, all new mechanical. This is the kitchen that the client chose out. Quartz countertop, subway tile, you know, commercial grade, but it's lovely. Let's go see the money maker. So, the one everybody's been asking about, the penthouse. This is our 1 bedroom plus den with rooftop deck. In here is the bedroom. Very sunny, which we love. We love some natural light. And the deck is here. It measures 20 by 15, so pretty good size. You know, it's hot. You get a lot of sun. Cookouts, parties, you name it. It's a good vibe. You can peep on all your neighbors, which I really appreciate, so I think it's worth it. Punch out phase is always the hardest. It's, you know, the most amount of work and energy for the least amount of actual physical work that has to happen. So we've been wrapping that up, and we've kind of been working through some of the kinks internally about how we do our punch out. This one, it's been okay, not terrible, not brilliant, but it's interesting to see as we've gone through the building how I'm reminded of all the challenges we had as we started, because you know, it's a point of reflection. We started this project March 2021 is when I got the demo contract, and we're now in tail end of 2023. So it's been a while, but there were lots of challenges with the actual physical structure. Here, we had some issues because of this rooftop deck and the way the roof was sloped. It was sloped at this angle. It was much higher, so it's much higher on that side than it is on that side. We had to build this entire deck up, which meant we had to build this staircase to the deck because that hadn't been thought through. And so it's not my favorite solution, but it's the only one that worked. Also by code, we now need to have a railing. So what we're doing to take up as little space as possible is we're gonna put a steel railing and attach it to the wall here. We have another hand railing, which is very fugly, but you gotta do it. We'll see if they accept this as is. There was a skylight, we didn't realize how big it was, so we just actually increased the size of it, and it makes the world of difference. This is why you do not do Wayfair doors. No offense to my client, they took us more time to install than the actual cost of them, but they're a good idea. This is the den, which is super cool because it's kind of a flex space. Parties, having somebody come stay with us, there's a lot you can do. She wanted to keep the mantles as an homage to the historical home, the nature of it. And then, this is my favorite. This is our kitchen. So, high ceilings, above 16 feet. The HVAC company was not our contract, so there were a few issues with the exhaust hood ducting, but we've resolved it to the extent that was required. This kind of goes to show the difference between a commercial project and a residential project. Our residential projects are much higher end. The way we finish them is a little different, but this is still a good product. And then you have the beautiful balcony with railings, obviously. And look, you can see the Washington Monument, obviously still have the tennis courts, basilica's down there. One of the challenges we did have, we didn't own the roofing contract. This was kind of a piecemeal contract for us, but there's an issue where the parapet, the metal going across it, actually is really damaged and they can't patch it. And so water is going through all the way down into the basement at a very, very slow rate. And so this has to be mended, but actually you can't mend it anymore because you can see where there are little holes. It's just literally crumbling. So they were gonna have to pull the whole thing out and redo it. And you know, it's part of the joy of historic home we're building. We were missing an outlet on the island, which is never fun to have to install towards the end. And what the guys did was they took power from this outlet. They put a hole below us. They ran the cable all the way across. They determined where the inside corner of this cabinet was, in here. So right about there. And they drilled up and put an outlet in, which is a much better solution than what my electrician was proposing, obviously, because electricians love their holes. So yeah, one of those last minute, oh fuck moments, but we have them all. Every week we have our 3-week look ahead, and on the board we write down everything we had to get done. And we're like averaging, you know, kind of completing 60 to 70% of what we need to get done. And really we need to be closer to like 85, 90. You know, I think about like how much of our time right now we're spending having to fix things. And you know, a lot of it is just based on planning. So we're now spending a lot more time planning and not just putting together a schedule, but like a daily checklist, day by day. How do we get that done? And that's why John's here. We are going to Park Road next, which is our 2-story addition in Mount Pleasant. She is sneaky. She's so sneaky. Okay, fence is up. Edwin. So the fence is up, which is new, but we also have some drama because the guy who built the fence, and his brother are here. And they work for one of my other guys, which means that my client took their number and is using them here, which, you know, my business you can't actually do. But I guess clients are different. Drama! We don't do that. It's just like, it's a cardinal rule amongst like us. They get into trouble. So this is actually the last time I'm gonna be here. I'm handing over the keys on Tuesday, or my guys are. This project has taught me so much. I've loved it, I've hated it, I've cried over it. It's been really fun. And this is actually me saying goodbye. So after 2 and a bit years, goodbye 18th Street. It's been a trip. Oh, I don't know what to do now. Do I call him and let him, oh, I'm not surprised. The thing about it is now, do I have to tell about it? Is it really my business? It's my site. It's also just like, look, we charge what we charge because of our experience. A Picasso can sell for 30 million and he could have done it in 30 seconds. It's the 40 years of experience he had before that to get there. So it's disrespectful to us and our trade and what we do. It's not well behaved of his guys. And the client thinks that, you know, they can get it for way cheaper. And yeah, for smaller stuff it makes sense, but it's totally respect them. It does not sit well with me.